Greetings. Oh, god damn it. Let's try that again.
No.
Greetings, and welcome to the Library of Deep Knowledge. I am Naho the Storyteller, and I did not just burp just now. I have a tale to tell you. Today I'm joined by Crystal.
Hello!
Wild. He's here, I swear. And Miki.
You're enough.
The Library of Burpees!
Oh, boy.
Hello. What's up?
Momo will be joining us as soon as she gets here.
Mm-hmm.
And Akani is also probably going to be here at some point. Eva is not able to join us today due to personal reasons. Today we are continuing Tokyo Necro. I am trying to remember what happened last time we streamed it, because...
Spicy food.
Okay, so it was the date with Konsu. Alright.
Yeah.
Just wanted to be
Yeah.
absolutely sure.
When Momo gets here, I might need to AFK for like 20 minutes-ish. But I will be... I'll be here.
Wait, what does Momo being here have to do with...
I have to go and do something, but just in case I need to fill in a role or something.
Okay.
Funsy.
I'll voice over stuff for Momo's characters until she gets here.
Boy.
Alright, well, without further ado, let's get this started, then.
I just didn't want to I didn't want to leave two while you're down like two people. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Just kind of everything kind of just came at me all at once.
Oof.
But I'm happy to be here. Hope everybody.
And we're happy to have you.
Happy to have you.
You know, once a member of the library staff, always a member of the library staff. That's what I say. As long as you don't do anything, like, illegal in our name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was worried for a second there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Momo.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's okay. We have literally just started.
We're good.
Did I miss something? It sounds
No.
No,
just-
we
You,
just started.
you missed me completely mess up the intro.
That's so sad.
Sadness.
This will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards if you want to see it. So.
Heck yeah.
Woo.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, and
You
Akani's here too.
Connie. So
Alright,
sad.
so everyone who's going to be here is here. Perfect.
Hurrah! Legos.
I perform maintenance on my re-eliminators. I understand that if I'm going to get Iria back, I'll have to rely on my X-Brain, and not on these. But there are some things I can't compromise on. Close quarters armed martial arts are what makes me who I am. If my X-Brain is my mother, the re-eliminators are my father. I can't disrespect my partners. I conclude my maintenance, and as soon as I do, my Konri vibrates. It's a message from Konsu.
Hey.
As I pass through the living room, Ethica greets me, seated on the sofa. She has a flavor capsule in her tea, which lets off a faint, calming aroma.
You heading out?
Yeah, I need to...
Tell Sue I'm sorry about last night.
Konsu said she was going to ask Ethica for her assistance yesterday. Given her message, I assume Ethica turned her down. Say, Ethica,
Yeah?
why are we still alive if we died?
You would ask that.
Ethica chuckles and brings the teacup to her lips. She takes one sip, then another, slowly, as if savoring the aroma. She puts the cup back down.
Once you're dead, you're dead. That's all there is to it. Dead people no longer have any purpose.
Those are the cold, hard facts. But it's rare for Ethica to just abide by how things are. It's like our roles have reversed. Do you really think that's true? We're dead, I know that, but have we really lost all purpose? Is there no hope, no reason for us to regain our emotions?
We don't need those anymore.
You know,
Yeah?
we really can't agree on anything, right to the very end.
That's not necessarily true.
Ethica grins wide.
I'm a dead woman. I have no purpose of my own. But if there is some reason for me to continuing to live, it's so I can do something for the living.
So you do have hope. Ethica nods.
Get going. Iria's waiting for you.
I am now intensely aware of the fact that I haven't created a voice mod filter for the highway. I leave the agency with my heart full of hope. Fubuki! Wow! It's great to see you. For anyone who doesn't know, Fubuki's the one who made all of my emotes.
Hooray!
Hello.
Hello!
Oi.
Just as I'm about to get into the coelacanth, a voice stops me. I'm gonna say, Miki, if you want to take Tokitaka because of the whole sniper situation, you can.
Oh, really? Do you have like a reference for me? Like a reference, like voice for me?
Wild.
I mean, I can definitely just...
送ってくよ
Yeah, just play as default. Okay.
Yeah, just play it again.
送ってくよ
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. I'll take you there.
Tokitaka has been waiting for me, apparently.
I can't read. The hyperghetto, right?
Yeah. I haven't explained the situation to Tokitaka yet, since it's not something that concerns him directly. But I guess he's known me long enough to read my intentions. The car cruises along the intelligent road.
It's like the opposite of what happened before. I think it gave up, but you're still fighting.
Things are a bit backwards when you put it that way. It's like we're playing each other's roles. I haven't rehearsed for this part. It'll be all ad-lib. Am I cut out for it? If I fail...
You'll succeed. You'll succeed. 100%.
Your voice is kinda on the quiet side, Miki.
It's probably because I didn't have it close to my mouth. Said you'll succeed. You'll succeed. 100%.
I've learned not to question his numbers.
Nothing can sever the bond between two lovers. Not even death.
I hope so.
This isn't just some platitude. It's something that I saw with my own two eyes back on the Megafloat. I've got incontrovertible evidence.
Tokitaka emphasizes that point, his gaze fixed forward.
Even in death, Ikatsu kept on loving Ryoko. Wearing that gas mask.
Your voice is really quiet.
I don't.
Like,
Is
it isn't.
this better?
It like when you were talking, it's not louder than the game audio.
Oddness.
Hey, Mickey's usually perfect.
Is this better?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Wearing that gas mask.
He concludes, his voice heavy with conviction. I have to wonder, why did our god return as a living dead? Was it so he could provide the conclusion that the story between him, Tokitaka, and Ryoko lacked? I think so. I think he returned to this world for the sake of the living. Whether or not that's true, The coelacanth comes to a stop in front of Snowbound Nirvana. As I get out of the car, Tokitaka calls out to me.
I hate to say it, but I miss that breath. It's up to you, Soyun.
Soon.
It's up to you. So.
I know. With Tokitaka's words driving me forward, I enter the store. I climb up the stairs, one heavy step after another, my non-existent heart pounding in my chest. Konsu, I'm here. It's Soun. I got your message. Hello? No response. Konsu is nowhere to be seen. I head down to the basement and open the door to the torture chamber.
Hello.
There she is. She has everything ready. Oh, thank you, Akane. There she is. She already has everything ready. I got your message.
Let me confirm something.
She sounds even more nervous than usual.
This is essentially human experimentation. Even if we go through with the operation, well, I can't talk. It's chances. Well, give me a second.
Honestly, the stumbling over words is not out of character.
It's chances. Chances of success are 50-50 at best. Are you still sure you want to do this?
I still remember what Iria said clearly. Akane?
Looking at you. Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at you the way you are now. It hurts.
It's my fault she's in so much pain. She can't bear to watch me losing my emotions. If there's even the slightest chance of regaining them, I have to take it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I misspelled that.
No, dear.
I look at the monitor set opposite of me, which displays overhead footage. I can feel cold metal against my scalp. The ultra-thin blade mows through my hair. Iria looks out upon the fortress from the balcony of her room. The castle walls are a facsimile formed from smart material. The ceiling above projects an image of a blue sky, hiding the dark clouds hanging over Tokyo. Everything in this place is fake. Only the cityscape in the distance is real, and even that is a projection with filters applied.
Thinking of someone dear to you, mayhaps?
Your mic isn't picking up your voice very well. Like, I heard you, but it sounded really faint and garbled a little bit.
Give me a sec. Juichiro?
Iria is generally capable of reading someone's emotions without even having to exchange words with them. But Amachi Juichiro is different. She's incapable of even getting a handle on his basic intentions, no matter how much she converses with him. Perhaps his business ventures have taught him to keep his thoughts guarded at all times.
You met many people outside these walls, I'm sure. It was a new world for you. You experienced joys and pleasures the likes of which you had never known. But you also experienced loss. I am an old man. I've dealt with my fair share of loss. I understand how you might feel right now perfectly. To accept things and move forward, you need closure. You need to know that your life up to this point has had some sort of meaning. That's why you came back here.
Iria has lost Soun, Ethica, and Ryoko. If she were to lose Subcon on top of that, if she were to betray her trust, she wouldn't be able to live with herself anymore. She has to bring Subcon back, no matter what. How can she face herself otherwise? How can she face Soun?
Stories need an ending. By writing that ending, you can bring meaning to your life. And embark on a new story.
Why are you being so supportive?
I've placed my hopes in Substance Concept, you see.
Your hopes?
I've long since lost interest in human beings. I'm sure that much is obvious.
Iria nods. Juichiro is obsessed with sexoroids to an abnormal degree. If he weren't, he wouldn't have made a humanoid operating machine as sophisticated as Sori Ayuka.
Substance Concept. A sentient being born out of Tokyo itself. I cannot simply stand by and let her fade away. I wish to be of help to her in any way I can.
Amachi Juichiro is supporting her. If nothing else, Iria must be grateful for that. He has provided her with direct access to Subcon via a physical cable. No mean feat indeed.
Juichiro, thank you.
You needn't thank me. My only wish is to see Subcon.
Juichiro speaks firmly, smiling ever so slightly. Iria does not know the meaning of his smile, but nor does she have time to dwell on it.
Subcon these nuts.
Expecting this.
I hate that for multiple reasons.
I know.
One of them is
help but
because
laugh.
that's not wrong. For his feelings. Iria returns to her room from the balcony, where Sori Ayuka greets her with a gentle smile.
Honestly, I'm surprised it took this long to get that out.
It took a lot of restraint up to this point.
And it's better for it because that is the moment.
This is probably our last chance.
Ayuka is right. Subcon's presence grows fainter by the day. If this attempt to contact her fails, Subcon will never return. But seeing Ayuka's smile makes all of Iria's anxiety melt away.
I'll go make some tea. I owe you one.
Ayuka helps Iria put on a pair of hologlasses. The tone graph begins to glow brightly. Ayuka places her hand on Iria's. Feeling her there helps Iria gather her thoughts and concentrate. At first, the images shift slowly, frame by frame. But over time, the pace increases. At first, it was possible to discern exactly when one image was transitioning to the next, but now it's like an uninterrupted flow of information. In the same way that atoms come together to form molecules, which in turn form cells, which in turn form living organisms. Information becomes light, becomes wind, becomes sound. Iria has entered the highway, the world beyond the absolute threshold. She picks out a single strand of information from amid the raging torrent and follows it down a familiar path. It leads her to the internal network of the Tokyo Megafloat, now at the bottom of the sea. It's like a whirlpool of information, more treacherous than the usual currents of the highway. Iria must struggle to keep herself together. Fortunately, she has spent the past several days driving through this network. She can resist, if only barely, the aura of rejection washing over her.
Subcon, can you hear me?
Iria shapes the world around her into midnight shores. It took many repeated attempts, but Iria has grasped the quirks of the network and is now able to construct a near-perfect recreation of her masterwork. The only difference is that Subcon isn't appearing. Iria knows she's nearby, that she can hear her pleas, and yet she will not reveal herself.
It's me, Iria. Tokyo Iria.
Her voice fades into the sound of the waves. She's been attempting to contact Subcon like this for several days now, but Subcon has yet to show herself. Iria introduced Subcon to a human other than herself for her first time in the core of the Tokyo Megafloat. Subcon's agreed to cooperate with mankind for the sake of the Tokyo Rebirth Project. But immediately after she transferred her consciousness into the Megafloat, Milgram attacked. Her consciousness was cut off from Tokyo's mesh network, and even now she remains sunken in the depths of Tokyo Bay.
I know you must think that I betrayed you. But I didn't mean for this to happen. I swear I didn't, Subcon.
No response comes. Only the churning of the ebony tide can be heard. What can she do to make Subcon listen? Iria first met her while she was debugging Midnight Shores. At the time, she was little more than a localized storm of information, without a voice of her own. She possessed no sense of self. Meaningful communication proved impossible. But then, Iria asked for her name. And when she did, the storm gained contours, gradually shaping itself into the form of a girl. Substance Concept. The name of a virtual idol from the 21st century who Iria was fond of. Subcon had selected what she believed to be the ideal form for communication from among the wealth of information available to her. And so two girls of different origin met.
Meeting you changed my life. You helped ease my loneliness. You were very important to me. Even now, you're important to me, Subcon. But I brought you pain. I locked you away in the depths of the ocean. If we never see each other again, if this is how we end up saying goodbye, I'll never be able to forgive myself.
A shiver runs through Iria's body. No, it can't be. Is she really? Iria shakes off the fear and trepidation. She turns to face...
Happy Subcon?
Iria.
I swear that Subcon's voice is supposed to be set to be on. Oh, right. She's...
Others.
Yeah. I don't like that.
That's a bit rude, isn't it?
I mean, we can do voice mod.
Subcon? Subcon? It's you! It's really you!
Iria places her hands on Subcon's shoulders. This is a virtual environment. No real physical contact is occurring, but even so, Iria can feel her warmth on her fingertips. Her heart is filled with joy.
Finally! Subcon, it's you! Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Subcon's fingertips gently brush against Iria's cheek.
These are called tears.
Iria explains. Subcon is driven by the urge to understand humanity. Iria, then, is her teacher.
I thought that I might never get to see you again.
Oh, Fubuki, if you're wondering why I'm not having any of us voice Subcon, it's because she's kind of omnipresent in the game itself. Like, she's the system voice for everything. And also is not, like, a person. And it just kind of works better if the game voices her. Since, again, she's all throughout the game's system voices and all that. Iria nods.
Yes, because it's something very, very sad. Yeah, it's sad.
No confusion is visible on Subcon's face. She simply gazes at Iria with empty eyes. Emotion has yet to blossom within her. She cannot yet understand what sadness truly is. But the fact remains that Iria's voice reached her. So surely,
Subcon, I don't want to lose you. Come with me, please.
Iria came here to restore Subcon's faith in mankind. She does not avert her eyes as she answers.
Really? When I'm with you, I'm happy. I want to spend more time with you. I want to keep hearing you sing.
Iria can almost hear it when she closes her eyes. Subcon's song reverberating throughout the city. The music that brought hope to Tokyo's people. The connection between her and Subcon. As Subcon speaks, a shimmering flicker of emotion dances in her eyes.
Of course! I'm your friend, after all.
Subcon glides across the sand of the beach. The space around her distorts in a rainbow-colored swirl. and then her voice fills the world. Her song is pure emotion, a magic spell that evokes empathy. At first, it was difficult for Iria and Subcon to communicate using language. What closed the distance between them was their creations. A virtual environment and a song. With these, there was no need for words. Iria's enhanced empathy allowed her to discern the meaning of Subcon's song, to feel the emotion hidden in it. It was an ode for midnight shores, an expression of their friendship.
Subcon?
Iria approaches her and extends her hand. Subcon grips her hand in turn. No words are necessary. They can feel each other through their skin, through their bodies, through their hearts. Iria knows that she has regained Subcon's trust.
Let's go.
Iria grips Subcon's hand firmly and raises the two of them into the air. They speed off into the sky, leaving the virtual environment behind. Subcon used to be able to freely traverse the mesh network, but when the megafloat sank, she was physically trapped inside of its network. Or perhaps she was merely content to stay there, to abandon humanity. Either way, Iria has come to take her back. They're headed to the fortress, Amachi's smart material castle. Iria determined it to be the ideal node, the best position from which to draw out Subcon's consciousness and return it to Tokyo's mesh network.
Don't let go.
Iria pulls on Subcon's core, attempting to pry it from the grasp of the sunken megafloat. The smart material fragments containing her consciousness crawl through the underwater cables, slowly approaching the surface. Iria knows that it's too early to celebrate, but she can't hold back the flood of emotions. Iria's meeting with Sori Ayuka, her meeting with Subcon, her meeting with Soul, her very life. They all had meaning. There were joys and sorrows, ups and downs, but now she can conclude her story. She can see Soun again. A rainbow glimmer comes into view. The network surrounding the fortress is just ahead. Just a little longer.
Keep going, Subcon. Subcon?
Something flickers in Subcon's eyes, but it isn't joy or excitement.
A pleasure to meet you, Subcon.
It is confusion at the sight of Amachi Juichiro standing in their way.
Fucking Andros looking ass.
Yeah, right? You can kind of understand why I really wished that I had a voice for that set up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Olga doesn't have her own thing here, so definitely turning that off. In case she shows up again. Any chance that you had been working on getting one set up, Wild?
Nope.
What are we going for here? Is it like a
Andros.
Hold
Andros.
on.
Like just heavily digitized version of your voice, you know?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, that could be any of the mod effects. That
Hold on.
stuff is so heavy.
I got a few of these.
I mean, it would be for Wild to be using.
Yeah.
With Juichiro.
I need to find it.
Is this Ethica? Because it's rounded stuff. It sure is.
After seeing sewn off, I plop down on the sofa and pat the X-brain on my head.
Now that I think about it, like, Iria would also be needing a voice mod thing for that, too, since she's in the highway.
Ooh.
But you know what? It's fine if it's just Juichiro, because, as we said, Andros looking ass. And not even the good Andros, it's Super Nintendo Andros.
True.
Star Fox Adventures Andros.
According to Sue, Lemures gradually takes over the nervous system of humans who have been turned into living dead.
Okay, well, Star Fox Adventures Andros, while he is kind of fucked up looking, he at least has the cool fake god on the back of his head.
Fair.
I should replay that game at some point. I enjoyed it back then. Let's see if I still feel that way now. Rented it.
A lot easier with my blasters.
It's always shoot first, ask questions later with you, Fox.
Pew pew pew.
You pay this much. Alright, enough of that.
Oh god, the memories are flooding back.
Right?
That's one of Rare's coolest games it was one of my first experiences with Rare. I don't think I even played what's
And to think, it was originally not even a Star Fox game.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even play
and it was supposed to be
Banjo
for the N64, which N64 builds of it exist on the internet, and you can just play them. Anyway.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But X-brains inhibit that. They can greatly diminish the speed at which one's consciousness degrades. Sone's full-face model might need some modifications, but the type I use can easily be left on at all times. But either way, my thoughts on the matter haven't changed. I'm dead. That's just how it is. I've come to terms with it. If Mitsumin were around, I wouldn't mind having her finish me off right now. That said... Ah, shit, my Conry's vibrating. Took me a while to notice. Alright. Time to get going. For the sake of the living. I activate my X-brain. The woman I love is waiting for me. Yeah, you heard me. Your girl Ethica still knows what love is.
Momo, you alright to voice, Kiri?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sorry for calling you on such short notice, Efika. Oh.
Yo, Kiri!
Alright, and then that. We're good. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's all good. What else could you do? Wasn't your fault. Come on, get in. I opened a coelacanth's door. Kiri pulled an all-nighter at work. I'm here to give her a ride home. Personally, I'd be more than fine with spending every waking minute with Kiri. But she's a busy woman, especially with Tokyo in a state of disarray like this. So I'm not gonna ask her out on a date or anything. I'm sure she's exhausted. I just want to spend time with her, that's all. To be by her side, to share a meal with her, to shoot the shit with her, to take a bath with her. Okay, maybe not that last one. I couldn't ask for more. I've thought about why I'm still here, in the world of the living, and I've decided it so I can provide the last chapter to Kiri's story. To help her with the epilogue.
Try that again.
To help her write the epilogue. We sit together, the time passing idly by. At least for a while.
Efika.
Come on, you need to get your mind off work.
Mm.
Kiri purses her lips. I have a very good idea of what she wants to talk about.
Sorry, but I need to ask this.
Yeah, looks like my guess was right on the money. I really want her to take a break every now and then, you know?
Is it true that Iria is in the fortress?
Did Mitsuman tell you that?
Yes, as I was leaving. Was she abducted?
She said she went there of her own will. At least, it's where she used to live. I wasn't trying to hide this or anything. So answering isn't a problem per se. But I do kind of feel that Kiri's just learned something she probably shouldn't have. The reason for that is clear.
Sorry, Ayuka is in the fortress too. Also, Yukari, my mother. Kurushima Michiya mentioned in his video that he entrusted Sori Ayuka to Amachi Juichiro. Kiri projects some data on the vehicle's display. Hey, come on! Sorry, I'll be quick. No convincing her once she's shifted gears. Projected on the display are several dozen layers of information pertaining to the fortress. A humanoid operating machine that contains a human consciousness, the leading figure in the field of humanoid military robots, and the only person capable of communicating with Subcon, the new form of intelligent life born from Tokyo's network.
Those certainly are three things that probably shouldn't be in the same place at one time.
Lovely.
Why have all of them gathered in the fortress?
Also, the place is fucking called The Fortress.
Yeah. You're overthinking things. The fortress is just a big sexroid brothel.
Sexroids. Right. The Tokyo Mega Float is a living city, and living cities reproduce.
Kiri multiflicks rapidly, sifting through data. She slips into the military police's database, trying to find anything relevant. As files blitz through the screen, my gaze fixes on one of them. This is... I grab a video with the hand I'm wearing my Conry on. It's recording of a battle, shown from the perspective of a military police officer. He's up against security robots, the same kind as the ones we faced off with in the quarry. And at the edge of the screen, I catch a glimpse of the commander. Ibanohara Hokoyasu, my old man.
It's a record of an invasion into the fortress.
The video is presented in digest format. It doesn't follow the old man around or anything, just depicts the battle. Fine by me. Basking in sentimentality ain't the goal here. What I'm interested in is where they're fighting. Only part of the fortress's interior is used as a brothel. I personally imagined that most of the area would be dedicated to humanoid operating machine production factories. But the firefight between the military police and the security robots took place in... This is an amusement park, right? The troops rushed through a 21st century wonderland, the kind you can only see in old footage now. The military police cut off the power, so the rides have all stopped moving. But it's clear they were in operation until just recently. And more than anything, there's a plethora of guests, screaming as they attempt to flee. Don't go out there, morons! Overcome by fear, a man and his family rush out from the bushes and right into the middle of the road. Both the military police and the security robots keep shooting, of course. A stray bullet strikes one of the children. The high-fidelity explosive shell hits them directly in the arm, but no blood sprays out. What instead flies into the air are mechanical parts.
A machine?
Kiri hurriedly checks another file. She analyzes the footage from another soldier that invaded the fortress. The results are the same. What seem to be human visitors are in fact humanoid operating machines.
What does this mean? These machines were recreating a 21st century amusement park? But what for?
Kiri's confusion is perfectly understandable. I get that a rich person's hobbies might not make sense from a commoner's point of view. A gigantic sexroid brothel is already a little out there. Still, sexroids have a clear purpose, at least. But giving humanoid operated machines a replica of a 21st century amusement park so they can pretend to be human? Not an idea that just anyone would or could come up with. Kiri glares at her Conray. She's received a message from Kazuma.
Did something happen, Captain Nagisa?
Time for double Momo.
Hurrah!
Major Asul, we've been keeping watch on it as per your orders, and there's been a disturbance at Tokyo Bay.
A disturbance?
Something's approaching from the bottom of Tokyo Bay.
I've got a bad feeling about this. And my instincts are usually right. Dross?
Okay, I have voice mod on. Does it sound okay?
It's incredibly echoey.
Okay, I'll stop. Unless this is better.
Echoey is good.
The echo's good.
Hold on.
I like the-
I still sound normal, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I sound now?
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
that's the one. All right,
Oh.
for now, Akane, for what you're doing is good. If you can turn the echo effect down slightly.
Would that be reverb or mix?
Reverb.
Okay. It's at 1.
That,
8.
all right, that it sounds good now.
8?
Yeah.
How about now? Okay.
Juichiro?
Okay, yeah, no, turn it down a little bit.
Juichiro?
Well done, Iria. Marvelous work.
Amachi Juichiro stands in Iria and Subcon's way. The average person is incapable of accessing the highway. Even using synesthesia, the risk of one's consciousness dispersing makes communicating directly like this infeasible. It was Iria's ability to do so that led to her being sought after by Empire Energy Corp. But Juichiro's are as clear as day, as if they were in a physical space. This is the first time he has exhibited any hint of such an ability.
Hand Subcon over to me, dear.
Iria was unable to get a handle on Juichiro in the real world. But here in the highway, emotions are simply another form of information. The hue of his emotions begins to seep into the surroundings.
So, you were lying about wanting to help Subcon.
Of course not. I intend to help her in many ways.
The light swarming around Amachi adopts a crimson tint. It forms itself into razor-sharp needles and rushes forth. Iria multiflicks in the nick of time, creating a virtual environment to guard Subcon. Her shield stops the crimson needles in place. Hang on. That's Subcon. Which also means that I need to turn her voice back on.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
The needles suddenly change their bearing.
Subcon.
Iria shields Subcon with her body, countless needles stabbing into her. While unable to harm her real body, these needles are nonetheless deadly. Maintaining an individual consciousness in a virtual space such as the highway requires perceiving oneself as something akin to a physical being. Data spews forth from Iria like blood. The highway blazes past, and she feels her consciousness beginning to fade away.
Subcon!
She desperately reaches out, but to no avail. Subcon escapes her grasp once more.
Subcon?
I think that's me.
Nope.
That's me. Come, substance concept. You and I shall merge.
Iria is thrust back into the real world. The hologlasses she was wearing are lying on the floor. She has to go back and save Subcon.
It seems we won't be having tea after.
As Iria scrambles to pick up the hologlasses, Sori Ayuka stops her.
We have to run, Iria.
Run?
Turning around, they see security robots flooding into the room, guns drawn. The roar of gunfire fills the room, but the bullet fails to reach Iria. Ayuka stares silently ahead, a wall of smart material before her. The fortress is constructed entirely from smart material. Someone skilled with programming can easily manipulate its structure. Ayuka wordlessly bends a finger. Holes open beneath the robots, sending them plummeting helplessly beneath.
We can't stay here.
But
Iria knows that her life is in danger, but still, she bends over to pick up the hologlasses.
I have to save Subcon.
Repeated drives are dangerous.
I know, but if I run away now, all I have done is hurt Subcon again.
Your pardon?
Ayuka forcibly pulls Iria's body away from the desk. She stumbles, but Ayuka swings her other hand, making the floor rise up and catch her. Ayuka assumes a sitting position in the air, moving her fingers like a pianist. Smart material rises up from the floor and changes shape, assuming the form of a pumpkin carriage. Iria sits trapped within it.
We don't have time to argue. We're leaving.
No,
Iria's cry of objection is drowned out by the sound of gunfire from a new contingent of security robots. A thick layer of smart material rises up from the floor, blocking the shots. The bullets fall powerlessly to the floor, their kinetic energy absorbed by the soft wall.
Hang on tight!
Ayuka points her finger toward the window. The carriage rolls through the room, out onto the balcony. It then goes over the railing, lurching out into the open air. Smart material extends outward to form an invisible bridge beneath it. The carriage crawls through the sky as if it were flying. Ayuka was the one who first taught Iria how to interact with the network. Her consciousness is constantly adjacent to the network. This allows her to exert more control over it than any human can. She's much more adept at controlling smart material than Iria is.
I'm sorry.
Ayuka bows her head apologetically, blocking a new volley of gunfire as she does.
I want nothing more than to save Subcon 2. I never imagined Juichiro was capable of entering the highway.
Iria looks down at the chaos ensuing in the amusement park beneath her. The attractions are moving more violently than they should. The mechanical patrons seem to be moving more quickly as well. Juichiro once told her the entirety of this facility was the result of a research experiment. Iria expands the Conry's hologram and overlays a visual of data transfer on the park itself.
This wasn't just an amusement park?
Then what?
Amusement parks in the 21st century were designed to invoke human emotions. The information network these machines produce is extremely similar to mesh networks produced by the people of Tokyo.
That familiar pattern. A miniature of Tokyo, oddly reminiscent of the neural network of a human brain.
You can't mean... No, but... if so... Juichiro is using these machines to imitate human society.
Yes. He recreated his own consciousness on the Fortress network. He cast aside his human body to become pure consciousness. Also, he could get closer to Subcon.
Normal humans cannot enter the highway. The mesh network is analogous to the human brain, but upon closer inspection, its functions are quite different. Normally, one needs to use synesthesia medicine to compensate for that discrepancy. In other words, to forcibly rewrite their software. But Amachi Juichiro took a different approach. He took Sori Ayuka in so that he could analyze how a human consciousness embedded in a machine worked. With this knowledge, he transferred his own consciousness into the fortress, a miniature model of the city. Instead of rewriting his software, he moved it to different hardware, allowing him to access the highway directly. Iria understands everything now. She was duped by Amachi Juichiro and blindly lured Subcon right into his hands. Restore Subcon's faith in mankind, rescue her from the sunken prison. All she did was put her in even greater danger.
It's my fault. All of it. Everything. It's always my fault.
Yeah, but you're cute, so we forgive you.
Aw.
Konsu heaves a sigh, forehead dripping with sweat.
It's done.
Nice job. I gaze into the display opposite me, which displays my exposed brain. Normally, it should probably be a bit redder than this. It pulsates gently, gleaming with moisture. The 3 meningeal layers that protect the brain, the scalp, the skull, and the meninges. All of them have been removed from my forehead to the back of my head. Konsu cut away my dura and arachnoid mater with the upper portion of my skull, using a special gel to protect vital blood vessels. All that remains is the ultra-thin pia mater. Konsu inserts electrodes, cutting away the pia mater as necessary. These electrodes have special needles. specifically tuned to directly transmit my brain's electrical signals to an external machine. They will make contact with my X-brain when I'm wearing it, allowing them to transmit signals from my brain more efficiently. I feel no pain during the process, likely since the brain itself doesn't have any pain receptors. Or perhaps it's simply because I'm already dead.
No.
Want to take a break?
No. The faster we do this, the better.
Besides the optical image, the display also shows a cross-section and a three-dimensional model of my brain, along with a map of the electrical signals going through it. It's clear even to me that its activity is declining. Then let's keep going.
Alright.
Konsu nods and picks my X-brain up off the table. Its insides are coated with conductive gel, allowing it to receive the signals from the needles thrust into my brain. This should allow it to more accurately intercept the diminished activity of my brain. I gaze at the small bottle in my hand. Synesthesia. A drug that expands the five senses and jumbles them together, increasing one's capacity for data processing. Konsu always takes this when she has to dive into the highway. From what I understand, it's very powerful stuff. Repeated use can prove fatal. Lethal dose sounds about right for me. Gulping down the whole bottle, I accept my X-brain from Konsu. Putting it on feels different than it usually does. Maybe because my head is smaller than usual? Or maybe it's because the needles are stimulating my brain. My X-brain seems a bit confused at the unfamiliar sensation as well. Countless suggestions blot out my field of vision. And they're all somehow abnormal. Larger than usual, or smaller, or redder, or whiter. Rounder, more rectangular, or sweeter, or more painful, or louder. Electricity runs through me. And I don't mean that as a figure of speech. It's a literal stimulus being applied. My scattered consciousness converges on a single point.
How's this?
Thanks. That did the trick. Konsu externally manipulates my X-brain. My mind is still struggling to get used to the effects of synesthesia. She uses the electrodes embedded in my brain to calm things down. Outside stimulus, combined with the patterns etched into my external brain. The idea behind this experiment is to use synesthesia to restore my brain's neuroplasticity, and thereby awaken my dormant emotions.
Are you ready? The X-brain is going to connect you directly to the net.
Hey, Wild, what's the voice mod thing you're using? Because I'm going to set that up right now. While I still have the...
2-for-1 special!
Wow!
It would be 2x1, if you're wondering.
2x1? Huh?
I'm screenshotting it and sending it to you now.
Oh boy, it's voice mod has to update.
Oh.
It doesn't take that long. I updated it while we were talking.
Okay. Oh, it's literally called 2x1. Right, I'm used to, like, having to make one custom myself. Oh, and it has to re-verify my account? Are you serious? Why? Alright, no, I'm not doing this now. Screw that.
There's a chance you might not be able to return.
Understood. I'll be careful. This is very much a drastic measure. There's no telling what might happen.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I'm ready. My vision is filled with a stream of rainbow-colored data, a model of the mesh network. Konsu enters the highway command. The data picks up speed. I've seen this deluge of information pass through Konsu's monitor several times, but I've never been able to keep up with it. This time, it's different. I perceive the flood of light as a space of sorts. I suppose I've entered the highway. What should be a meaningless stream of characters suddenly stimulates me like nothing has before. The flashing prismatic light interfaces directly with my brain. What is this color? I remember this emotion. When I was alive, I felt it all the time. I took it for granted. But what is it called? As lights rapidly flicker all around me, I try to recall the name of what I'm feeling. I'm so close to remembering. A surge of electricity courses through my mind. Sorrow. Yes, this is sorrow. The emotion bubbles up from the depths of my heart. I thought I was already experiencing sorrow. I believed my heart was flooded with it, at my own death, at my parting with Iria. But that was nothing compared to the vivid sorrow I've just regained. It feels wrong to even describe the two with the same word. My sorrow has been degraded this whole time, and I wasn't even capable of noticing it. Iria. The name of the person I want to see most slips from my lips.
So, are you alright?
Yeah. I calm myself and answer Konsu. The highway is founded on the emotions and activities of the populace of Tokyo. The tone of the highway shifts with their emotional state. By exposing my nerves directly to this flood of emotions, we can stimulate my dying brain. Dangerous, but I'm willing to accept that. I think it's going well. I might just... I sense something out of place. It's very faint. Something far off in the distance. But this is the highway. If I focus my consciousness on it, I'll be able to go there. Can you check something? There's something going on in the fortress. Having confirmed that Iria is on her way back after retrieving Subcon, Amachi Juichiro makes his way to the slave market. Countless sexoroids writhe seductively, waiting for their next customer. I forgot I had that still on. Alright, well, Whoever wants to take them can take them.
Greetings, Master Amachi. We welcome you.
It's been a while. Go ahead, Momo.
No, you can do if you want to.
You can do it.
No, Momo wants to do sexy things. Let Momo
I
do
know,
it.
go ahead. Go. I love hearing Momo sexy.
Akari! Why are you like this?
It's been a while. What shall it be today?
Well, Momo, if you didn't want us to want you to do these things, you shouldn't have played,
No, I want to. It's. I almost said.
Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
It's been a while. What shall it be today?
Juichiro strides past the sexoroids, even as they caress his chest and blow into his ears. He makes his way to a sofa at the back of the room.
Is this with the voice off?
This is the
Yeah,
real
that's
him, so...
At long last, we've arrived.
He whispers. He's awaited this moment for so long.
Master Amachi?
Before any of the sexoroids can reach the sofa, he takes a pistol out of his breast pocket and brings it to his head. He lifts the safety and then pulls the trigger.
Oh.
His head bursts. Amachi
Well,
Juichiro's
it is.
life comes to an end. His career began developing military robots during the height of the Sino-American War. A skilled engineer, he was able to successfully innovate both in software and hardware, sending a string of increasingly sophisticated robots to the front line. But the situation of the war soon changed radically. That's probably on purpose, Akane.
It just reminds me of Disney.
Well.
I mean...
What if Walt Disney spent into making sex bots instead of freezing his head and having strong opinions about certain minorities?
Honestly, Juichiro is not unlike Walt Disney, I would think.
I just love that though. It's like as soon as he blows his head off, he's like Disney.
This is just the fortress's logo. We don't get to see it because, you know, the story doesn't really go there, but this is probably plastered over outside the entrance. And all over the amusement park.
He pulls the trigger, he blows his head off, and then it's like, la.
The planet grew cold, and supplies grew scarce. Conserving weapons and ammunition became paramount for any country that wished to maintain a military presence. And so a new breed of robot was born, the humanoid operating machine. These mechanical soldiers were nearly identical in physique to human soldiers, allowing them to use weaponry meant for humans. In the Sino-American War, where supplies were limited, they were of utmost value. Until necromancers appeared and anti-living dead combat became the primary concern, the Sino-American War was known as the War of the Machines. And Juichiro was at the center of humanoid operating machine development. After the war, he independently formed Amachi Robotic Industries. He repurposed humanoid operating machine technology for civilian use, which garnered him great success. Mare had decimated the population. The assistance of machines was not just welcome, but necessary. It is said that had it not been for Amachi Juichiro, mankind may well have gone extinct. Had the story ended there, Juichiro would have gone down in history as a genius engineer. However, for Juichiro, humanoid operating machines were but a means to an end. Using Amachi Robotic Industries' vast funds and his own personal connections, he purchased an abandoned mine on the Bay Coast. Oh, I don't have any of those, damn it.
Oh dear.
Using wreckage gathered from abandoned amusement parks, he constructed the fortress. And beneath it, he created what would go on to be called sexoroids. With a combination of humanoid operating machine technology and illegal human experimentation, he taught the sexoroids to behave ever more human. On the surface, this was all so he could provide the VIPs who patronized the fortress with tantalizing sexual experiences. But his true goal was to ascertain the nature of human consciousness itself. Juichiro watches through a sexoroid's camera as integrated circuits fly out of his head. The corpse lying on the floor of the slave market is in fact a recreation of his body in the form of a humanoid operating machine. A dialogue box pops up. There are plenty of spare bodies, perfect recreations of his flesh, stored in the walls of this room. By designating one as a master unit, a new Amachi Juichiro could descend upon the physical world with ease. But Juichiro rejects that idea. He has no attachment to the human world. No longer will he be confined by the limits of humanity. Amachi Juichiro's brain is currently located in the core of the fortress, linked directly to its network. The imitation network produced by the humanoid operating machines spread throughout the amusement park.
Ah,
You're gonna need
wonderful.
some kind of filter for this, Mr. Brain in a jar.
What the fuck do you want?
Brain
While
in
this
jar.
is just like think of Old World Blues from New Vegas. Like the brains in the jar.
Hold on.
My thoughts go straight to Mandark in the fucking Eco Trip special. The old Mandark is a brain in a jar.
He's holding up an array of erect hand penises.
Mine goes to the Futurama with the brain start attacking people.
I love that brain in a jar has been used so often that all of us think of different things.
Where's Nibbler when you need him? Eat the brain! Kill him!
Let's see what the game does for his voice.
It's normal.
No, it's not.
Ah,
It's got a low pass filter.
It's got like almost a old-timey radio filter on it.
How
wonderful.
can it even speak? It doesn't have voice, vocal cords.
Project through a speaker.
Telepathy.
Well, not telepathy. It's literally reading his brainwaves and outputting audio.
Does this work?
Yes.
Very loud.
I can turn it down. Here, is this better?
Yeah.
And go.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna say, you want me to read this again?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I can feel it. I can feel it so close to me.
The system was completed just a few days ago. The fortress was designed as a model of the human brain from the beginning. Figuring out how to load a consciousness into it was the final task of the genius engineer, Amachi Juichiro. The one who made it possible was Kibanohara Hokuyasu. As he charged into the fortress, the sight of Sori Ayuka stripped him of his will to fight, and subsequently, his life. And what he left behind, the X-brain on his head, provided the breakthrough Juichiro needed. X-brains expand the human consciousness to external devices. Using this technology as a basis, it could be possible to transfer one's consciousness to a digital network. Juichiro's theory was proven correct. The tank containing Juichiro's brain reads its electrical signals with high precision, transmitting signals from the network back to him. His consciousness exceeds the confines of his brain, expanding through the fortress. At this point, Amachi Juichiro is already partially outside the category of what can be called a human being. But only partially so. It still isn't enough. His thought patterns are still limited to that of a human. He needs to undergo an intense experience of some sort, something that will irrevocably alter him. And that experience is almost at hand. He's gonna brain fucking AI.
Nice.
Let's turn her voice back on just in case.
A pleasure to meet you, Subcon.
Other one, 2x1.
Right. A pleasure to meet you, Subcon.
Do you want me to do the
Echo
2X?
one?
Yeah, the Echo one or the... Okay.
The Echo one, because, again, the reason that Juichiro's is using the 2x1 is because he's an Andros-looking construct.
We're in cyberspace!
This one.
Like, he's very clearly a low-res, polygon.
Hey, look, I'm on the TV!
Oh my gosh.
Juichiro?
Of course Iria is surprised. Not even Sori Ayuka was aware that the fortress's network was a receptacle for Amachi Juichiro's consciousness. Only a single cable extends from the fortress to the sunken Tokyo megafloat, where the core of Subcon's consciousness is trapped. Unless she passes through part of Juichiro's body, she will not be able to connect to Tokyo's mesh network.
Well done, Iria. Marvelous work. Hand Subcon over to me, dear.
So you were lying about wanting to help Subcon?
Of course not. I intend to help her in many ways.
There is a strong bond between Hogyo Iria and Subcon. Iria was necessary as bait to lure Subcon out of the depths of Tokyo Bay. But now that Subcon has been brought this far, Iria has served her purpose.
No fucking way!
The phone noise with a filter on it. As Iria gets hit by blades of emotion.
Oh, nice. Villain.
It was perfect.
Composing myself. Iria's enhanced empathy is nothing to scoff at. No normal human could interact with the highway the way that she does. However, she still possesses a physical body, and her presence here is based on that. Having cast away his body, Juichiro's affinity with the highway is orders of magnitude greater. Piercing Iria's back with needles formed of sheer phone noises, a simple task for him now. Formed of sheer enmity, a simple task for him now.
Subcon!
Iria extends her hand, but to no avail. She's unable to keep up with the highway's speed, and distance begins to form between her and Subcon.
Come, Subfit's concept. You and I shall merge.
Iria disappears into the network. As Subcon curiously watches her disappear, Juichiro moves in front of her.
You can hear me, yes?
He asks, his voice dripping with saccharine sweetness.
I'm inserting my nose in you!
He tries to touch her directly, but Subcon's entire body fades. Juichiro simply passes through her. Subcon sets off in search of Iria, following in the direction of her rapidly fading data. Fubuki, I imagine you mean Subcon? She's not a cyborg, she's literally the consciousness, like the data making up the consciousness of Tokyo, condensed into a new artificial intelligence life form. There's nothing organic about her. But Juichiro does not give up. Subcon scans the area, but from every direction, she's boxed in by Juichiro's grinning face.
Acquiring a mechanically based artificial intelligence in the form of Sori Ayuka, sheltering Iria, the one capable of communicating with you, recreating an amusement park from the last century, so that I could create a miniature version of Tokyo's network. It was all for my final objective. To become a form of intelligent life that exceeds mankind. And I need but one thing. To merge with you. The same way humans mix their DNA. Sex metaphor. To evolve into a superior species. We too, through merging, through overlapping, shall achieve it. A new form of intelligent life. We shall.
Countless faces close in on Subcon, urging her to unite with them. She has nowhere to run. The mass of information Juichiro extends toward her threatens to press down on her, to crush her. But even so, Subcon's emotions don't waver. She asks, her tone flat.
role in this is done.
Holy shit, another one.
Your song? Correct! But what of it? Iria is, after all, a mere human.
The prismatic aura converges, becoming a mass of white light. It blows away Juichiro's copies. Subcon's intense will turns to power, consuming the virtual space around her. The highway begins to expand.
Incredible!
Juichiro gazes up at Subcon, who has grown to enormous size. It's as if she's putting on one of her performances.
Substance concept. You are every bit as amazing as I have imagined. An intelligent life form that exceeds mankind. The foundation of a new world. Now, let the two of us...
Squish him, squish him. Yes, please squish him.
Subcon's massive hand grabs onto Juichiro. Within the highway, one's body is but a metaphor of sorts, detached from their physical existence. But Juichiro has discarded his physical body. This metaphor is all he has.
Subcon? What are you?
Her massive eyes contain nary a trace of emotion. She simply closes her hand around Juichiro, crushing him.
So no head?
I like how you said.
This isn't a union. It is predation. Juichiro's existence is erased from the highway. But Subcon's attack affects more than just cyberspace.
Deus Ex Machina, let's go!
Is it though?
Well, still.
Yeah, Fubuki, we are deep in here.
Hey, look, a tank!
A disturbance at Tokyo Bay. After hearing Kazuma's report, we immediately got on the move.
Like, 2 or 3 parts ago, the actual main villain was taken care of. Juichiro being a secondary antagonist. And now we technically don't have one anymore.
Huh. Huh.
So is this the end?
We're getting there.
How
You
long
have-
is this
You have
game?
a point.
Well, we have 3 other routes to do, and then the
Oh.
true end.
Oh.
Now,
Plenty of
again,
time for
this
Monkey Bro to
route
come
is
back
the
to work.
only one that I've done. So, once we finish this, everything else is going to be new to me.
Alright, let's go. We're currently riding in a military police strider, prepared for us at the Hebia garrison. A gray chameleon.
And the way that I'm going to handle this is I made saves at the 2 places where you make choices. Which is right down here. And we're just going to pick the other choice.
Of course.
Although I will leave it up to you guys for which choices we make instead.
Yogi.
Because I don't think it really matters. Okay, I will say that since we picked one that obviously led to both Soen and Ethica dying, I do want to save the one where we pick the complete opposite choice for last.
Fair enough.
Excuse me for a second.
Okay.
You okay?
I needed to leave for work 2 minutes.
Okay, it's time to take over now.
Woohoo!
I thought you had already left.
No.
What
Alright.
shall we do?
I lost track
We
of
didn't have a
time.
question of the day, so
True.
Oh, we did forget that.
shall that question
Does someone have
be?
an idea?
I would have said something. I'm sorry.
Fine. It's not your fault.
Anybody have a particular addiction to any type of dessert or drink?
I
Or-
freaking love tiramisu.
I love you.
Ooh, tiramisu is good.
I haven't tried
That's really
it in
good.
a long time.
Akani, I'm so disappointed right now.
You know what I haven't had in a long time? It's
Heard
been
it's
at
good.
least, what, a year and a half since I last had sushi.
What?
Yeah. Last time I had sushi, I got
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, we
But
just
I-
hadn't had it that long.
Okay.
Dang.
We zoom down the highway, making our way to the Bay Area. What the hell is that? A mass of some sort has risen forth from the dark waters of the sea. It's like a monolith with the edges sanded down, if I really had to describe it. Pulsating, dusky red lines all across it. Water foams as the monolith towers over the sea. And assaults the wall of the fortress. The shockwave produces a massive wave, as the ramparts of sturdy, elastic, smart material are reduced to rubble. The X-Brain presents me with an explanation. Live material? The material used to build the Tokyo Mega Float?
I didn't even know one fell down.
So Mickey, you were saying you hadn't
I
had
didn't see
tiramisu
one
in
on
a
the
long
left side
time?
of the sink.
No.
Where the
Sorry,
regular
Mickey, you kind of
towels
fade
go?
in and out.
Sushi. I haven't had sushi
Oh,
in a while.
Sushi.
See, now that's
Sushi's so
blasphemy.
I had food poisoning last time I had sushi.
Oh, that's sad.
No, I don't blame you then.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
When it comes to that, I don't blame you at all.
It was on Christmas too. It was like Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's double sad.
Yeah. It was
I didn't
was
see
not,
it.
It was not good.
That's...
I hate to do this now.
poor baby.
I really hate to do this, but I gotta go. It's
Okay,
real.
Mickey.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's I just worked
Okay.
overtime and I gotta take a shower and I gotta go to bed and it's I gotta wake up tonight really early. So
It's okay, dude.
Okay.
It's okay. Do what you gotta do.
thank you for having me this evening. It was really fun.
Well, so
We always
nice
love
to
having
see
you.
you here
It was
again.
really nice to see you. Yeah, guys.
Always come.
Yeah, don't be a
Thank you
stranger,
always
Miki.
welcome.
Thank you for having me. You guys have a good night.
Course. We will.
Please
Yeah,
take
you too.
care. We miss
Take
you.
care.
I miss
We
you guys
do.
too. Goodbye.
We love you.
Bye.
We do.
Thank you. You guys take care. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you have a nice day too.
Alright, continue.
The same mega float that sank to the bottom of Tokyo Bay? What's going on here? Oh dear.
I'm looking at pictures of balls.
Okay, is there anything I can help with?
I don't know why
Have
I ended
y'all-
up here.
Have y'all ever tried kimchi udon?
Yes, I love
It's
kimchi
so
and
good.
udon. So like you put it together, it's so good.
I don't think I have, because I don't think I've ever actually tried kimchi.
You need to try. It's so good.
Yeah.
Kimchi is
Yummy, yummy.
life.
What does it taste like?
Spicy. Deliciousness.
yeah,
I see. It's very good.
It's got its own taste. It's really hard to describe kimchi.
Yeah, it is. But spicy, it's spicy.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
What's the texture like?
Textured, crunch. I would say crunch.
Yeah, it looks crunchy. Yeah, sometimes a bit soft, but not in a weird way.
Because I don't even really know what kimchi is. I looked at it and it looked like spicy cabbage to me.
I mean,
it is
it
spicy
is.
cabbage, but it's got other stuff
Yeah.
mixed in it, and it's a lot
Mhm.
of a lot of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you start breaking it down, you might be like, ew, but it's really good.
The curator is late for work. That's what the noises and the muting is all about.
Oh no.
She lost track of time and had to leave 8 minutes ago.
Pronto
Oh,
got it. You know,
dear.
we understand.
We've
We've been there.
definitely felt that.
So, sorry about all that.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
No, you should be sorry.
I am very sorry.
What game?
I'm so much more sorry than you know. Alright, let's keep
It's
going.
all good. It's
For-
okay.
For that, you're just gonna have to voice harder.
I don't have a good enough
What?
microphone for that.
I don't think your neighbors would like that.
The neighbors that aren't home
Like,
right
yeah.
now, they don't care.
Who knows?
I didn't know they weren't home. My bad. Sunday.
Anyways. What's going on here?
I don't know. We've only kept an eye on Tokyo Bay because Yamanuma advised us to do so. We should wait for Captain Nagisa to arrive with reinforcements.
Wait! I shout as the strider begins to slow down. Complying with my X-Brain's instructions, I zoom in with my hologlasses. As the black mass slams against the fortress again and again, I spot something coming from beyond the crumbling white walls. It's Iria!
Huh?
Kiri hurriedly displays a magnified still on the windshield. A pumpkin-like carriage proceeds through the air, as if running along an invisible track. Kiri, hurry! We have to save Iria. Kiri? Kiri gazes at the screen wordlessly. Fair. A mood. She's transfixed. Not by Iria, but by the woman sitting opposite her.
Wait, is that supposed to be me?
No, that's supposed
No,
to be.
it's one of us. It's one of either me or Momo, and I'm not quite sure which.
Oh, it's Ethica.
Okay. Sorry, Ayuka? Kiri switches to manual driving and accelerates. Passing by a public taxi that's pulled over because of the danger, our strider rushes into the fortress. The black mass slams against the walls of the castle again and again. They've already begun to collapse in places. We advance into the same amusement park as I saw in the video earlier. It's not exactly a magical wonderland anymore, though. The lighting flickers so bright it borders on blinding. The roller coasters have derailed and the teacups rotate fast enough to send those sitting on them flying. The shockwaves from the attack likely threw the park's control system into a state of chaos. What's most distressing is how the visitors are reacting, or not reacting as the case may be. Maybe they're mistaking this situation for some kind of attraction. Even as they're thrown off rides and reduced to broken heaps, they continue smiling. Some of them crawl along the ground, apparently trying to continue with their routine. Not quite the same as the footage I saw earlier, but just as eerie. The carriage in the sky begins to lose altitude. The smart material supporting it crumbles more quickly than it can be rebuilt. Frankly, we can't afford to be worrying about robots right now. Again, a mood, fair. The Strider sends dolls flying left and right as it barrels through the amusement park in pursuit of Iria. But... Ah, no! The smart material bridge beneath the pumpkin carriage whips back and forth, eventually breaking apart completely, along with the carriage itself. Iria and Ayuka are sent flying into the air. The Strider jumps over a hedge and makes for their projected landing spot, knocking aside a group of security robots in the process. There's a pile of smart material in the middle of the plaza. Iria! Out of my way! I don't have time to deal with you fuckers right now! Iria, are you okay? As I pick her up, the smart material beneath her crumbles into dust. She's only still alive because it cushioned the impact of the fall. I check Iria's vitals with my con ray. It doesn't detect anything major, but she's visibly pale.
Take her to the car.
Sorry, Ayuka. Why are you letting us take her?
I want to help Iria. This was simply the only way I could bring her and Subcon together.
Sorry Ayuka has abducted Iria once before. Can I trust her?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Even if she does have Kiri's mom's Aso Yukari's consciousness. But as I grapple with that question, the sound of gunfire booms around us. Can't you see I'm busy over here? I drop to the ground and cover Iria with my body, prepared to take some damage if I have to. But walls of smart material rise up and block the bullets headed for us. I crane my neck back, finding Ayuka glaring into space, her expression stern. She must have created those walls. A human would need to input a multi-flick to do that, but she's an android.
Hurry, you have to go.
You're coming with us.
I'll stay behind and hold them back.
That won't fly. Kiri's waiting for you.
I'm sorry.
You have responsibilities to own up to. Her sigh is tinged with doubt and sorrow. More human than I am at this point. But contemplating the nature of human consciousness can wait. I pick up Iria. It's usually the prince's job to whisk the princess away, but she'll have to make do with a stand-in for now. Kiri!
Yeah, I'm ready.
I push Iria inside and hand her off to Kiri. All that's left is... Ayuka, come on!
Alright.
Ayuka boards the strider without further hesitation.
Kiri.
Sorry, Ayuka?
If the video Kurashima Michiya sent us is to be believed, then she's technically Kiri's mom. And honestly, I'd love to give him some time to catch up, but... Kiri! The fortress's walls finally give up, the ghosts collapsing into heaps of rubble before our eyes.
My God, that's so loud.
Barely noticed it.
The black mass, now unimpeded, surges forth into the park's interior. It's almost like watching magma spew forth from an undersea volcano. Now that I get a closer look, the pulsating veins running through the mass are an all too familiar color. Dusky red, the hue of death. A mountainous appendage slams into the ground with monumental force. Smart material debris rains down upon the strider's armor. What's left of the walls completely disintegrates, merging with the dusky red magma into a viscous liquid. The smart material forming the roof of the fortress begins to crumble. Artificial stars blinking out of existence as the holographic night sky breaks apart.
Hang on tight.
Kiri's quick to judge the situation. The strider accelerates, racing through the nightmarish wonderland.
Momo.
Yeah?
I want to say that, like, it feels like you're trying... to like get the gentle parts of Kiri's voice, but at the cost of like the hang on tight is
I can do it again. I'm sorry.
like
Urgency.
Okay. Hang on tight.
Are you like whispering it because it's late?
No. No.
Just do it.
Okay, alright.
Kiri, hurry up!
I know.
The dusky red magma closes in on us from behind.
Hey, what if we took the live material that the Megafloat's made up of and injected it with zombie juice? This is what happens.
Oh, looks delightful.
The attractions, the humanoid operating machine visitors, the security robots, still firing their guns. They're all being swept away by the magma. It's not simply flowing from high ground to low ground, but moving of its own accord, seeking to consume the fortress. The Strider knocks away all enemies in its path as it weaves through the park. A ride up ahead, it gets up to one wheel and narrowly streaks past. When it's time for a sharp turn, it literally kicks off a wall. Kiri's driving skills are impressive. I'm not sure I'd be able to pull these kinds of stunts off. Pull off these kinds of stunts, even with support from my X-Brain. But the dusky red torrent proves inescapable. It rushes towards us, growing even faster as it absorbs everything in its path. The feed on the monitor goes completely black. The Strider's wheel let out a dull sound. It's got our left leg! Fuck this! I let loose with my MK-48. Dusky red fluid spurts out of the holes my bullets make in the mass. Just like when shooting a living dead. But no matter how much I fire at it, the enemy doesn't so much as flinch. Then how about this? I fire a canister shell at it, but it's just as ineffective. Shrapnel pelts its skin, sending red sparks flying, but the blob doesn't slow down in the slightest. Of course it doesn't. It's a living dead! Oh, shit, this is bad. Another impact jolts the Strider. It's caught us by our right belt.
It's going to.
Let me take control.
Ayuka touches her fingertip to a connector and stares blankly into space. Complete stillness. She sits frozen, directing all of her computing powered inwards. The next moment, the vehicle's laser floodlight flickers to life. She's taking control of it. Hey, what are you? The Strider abruptly accelerates. We've escaped the mass's hold on us. The fortress's walls are a stone's throw away. Kiri leans the Strider forward, putting the engine into high gear. This is the moment of truth. But I can't help but ask, what exactly did you just do?
Fundamentally, smart materials acts as a what?
Receptacle.
Oh, that's the CL. I thought that was a B. Receptacle. Fundamentally, a smart material acts as a receptacle for information. If it receives a command of some sort from the outside,
It will react to it.
Okay, Fubuki, you have a good day too.
Yeah, have a good day.
Bye bye.
Take care.
We can't stop it completely, but this should buy some time.
According to my X-Brain, the blob, wave, whatever it is chasing us is made from live material. A type of smart material. So I guess she induced an involuntary response by using the laser floodlight to send an optical signal or something. Maybe it's like getting someone to squirm by tickling them? It feels more like magic than hacking, if you ask me. And more importantly, is that black blob really the sunken Tokyo mega float? Suddenly, the noise from outside gets louder. I tilt my head up. The hatch is open, and Iria is leaning out of it. She must have woken up without me noticing it. Iria, what are you doing?
I'm sorry.
I try to catch her by the leg, but she escapes. I clamber through the hatch after her. Wind beats against my face as I chase after Iria atop the roof of the Strider. A shiver runs down my spine. No, don't make that face. That's not you.
I'm sorry, Ethica. All I've done is hurt everyone. It'd be best if I just disappear.
Iria! You brought joy into our lives. You being here has meaning. Don't you understand, Iria? My hand reaches out. Every remaining ember of emotion in my heart flares up. Please, please! But it's not enough. She's too far. Iria's body dances through the air. And in the blink of an eye, she's consumed by the raging wave of death. Kiri, stop the car!
Well, it'll catch us, Ethica.
But Kiri's in the right here. If we slow down even a little, we'll be swept up in the wave. Forget about trying to save anyone then. And besides, even if I jumped in after her, there's no chance of finding Iria inside of that massive thing. I get it. I really do.
Ethica. Please calm down.
We could have saved Iria. We almost did. But in the end, she rejected us. She rejected salvation. If I were still alive, would I have dived in after her?
Ethica? Are you at the fortress?
Since she's asking us that, she's probably aware of the general situation. It's hard to respond. If I could just run away right now, I would. Why did things end up like this? The regret washes over me. But it's own with you.
He's, occupied.
Can he talk?
For a bit.
I feel like I need to let him know. That's the least I can do to close the book on this.
Olga gazes at Amachi Juichiro's brain suspended within the tank. This is all that remains of the genius that founded Amachi Robotic Industries and built the giant facility known as the Fortress. He failed to subjugate Substance Concept, to bend her to his will. What's the look on his face right now, she wonders. Using her Konri, Olga projects a hologram of Juichiro's face.
How does it feel?
The speaker voice.
Crap.
We thought we were done with him.
This one, right? Olga! Save me! I'll pay. So please, I need a body!
Not anybody.
I thought you weren't planning on rejoining us, lowly humans. You got rid of your body and everything.
You can't mean! It was you who destroyed my spares!
Juichiro's spare bodies lie strewn across the floor, reduced to little more than scrap metal. He has nowhere to transplant his consciousness to.
I bet you thought no one knew about this place. Being a business partner doesn't make someone trustworthy, you know? Or maybe you were just too enamored with my technique in bed.
You bastard!
Juichiro's voice trembles with rage, but he is utterly powerless now.
After years of work, the system of yours finally reached completion. Bad timing though. Subcon was trapped on the ocean floor and refusing all contact. You went to the trouble of laying an underground cable so you could contact her, but she didn't so much as give you the time of day.
How do you know all of this?
And why would she? She was betrayed by Iria, the person she trusted the most. Don't tell me you seriously expected her to believe anything you said. You needed Subcon to reconcile with Iria if you wanted to drag her out of the bay. I bet you thought you were being real smooth manipulating Iria for your own purposes. But you were just... But you were being manipulated just the same. Thanks to you, Subcon lost all faith in mankind. Just as I'd hoped.
What do you...
It's almost time.
The destruction has begun. A black wave can be seen surging over the ramparts through the window. This is what has become of the live material in the depths of Tokyo Bay.
I have tortured many, so many, killed countless people in countless ways. I enjoy seeing them die every time. But this is the first, even for me.
As she watches Juichiro's face crumble away, Olga smirks. Juichiro's consciousness exists on the humanoid operating machine network spread throughout the fortress. As such, The fortress's destruction can be likened to sticking one's hand directly into his brain and tearing out his gray matter piece by piece.
You're a suicide wannabe!
Do you know what the source of a living dead's energy is? Emotion. A lemur's converts emotion. Lemures? What is lemures?
It's the thing that you inject into dead bodies that creates that makes them reanimate.
Okay. Lemures converts emotion into energy, which allows a living dead's body to move.
What's lemures? I'm so glad you asked. Let's bring it up in the database.
Yippee!
God, Mama, what have you done?
I'm sorry, it's been a while.
A liquid which necromancers inject into corpses in order to reanimate them has no effect on living humans. Made from a mixture of various unlife-giving substances, micro-machines to transmit simulated nervous signals, bioactuators to supplement muscle and organ functionality, even artificial stem cells. Modern science has yet to determine how or why exactly this disparate blend of ingredients is capable of resurrecting the dead.
That's why living dead retain traces of emotion in their early days. Their energy conversion is inefficient.
That is simply too fantastic!
Juichiro's speech is disjointed. His consciousness has begun to break apart.
Maybe so. I'm just speaking to my own experience here. But a lot of stuff makes sense if you go with this theory. Is it Sino? Sino?
Sino is what we've been
Yeah.
saying.
This Sino-American War, a wellspring of despair, gave birth to necromancy. Beautiful if you think about it. The life material rampaging outside too, is driven by despair. Despair will consume the earth. This is Milgram's legacy, the Necropolis Project.
Necropolis.
Necropolis, ba ba ba. The Necropolis Project.
Damn you!
With that final noise-ridden statement, Juichiro falls silent. His face blinks out of existence. There are no longer enough nodes to maintain his consciousness. His brain sits motionlessly within the tank. It too will not last much longer. The live material washing over the fortress has turned its white walls dusky red. It won't be long before the castle itself is consumed. The floor trembles.
Fall into ever deeper despair. Subcon.
Olga activates micro-robots she had on standby. Using the mesh network, they send footage of the event to leading media outlets. The door begins to warp. The room is at its limit. Olga makes no attempt to escape. His plan has already come to fruition.
We did it, Milgram.
叶ったわよ。ミルクだね。
I just wanted to hear it. Olga whispers softly to herself as the black wave rushes into the room, consuming everything inside. back to the highway.
Is he dead too?
The highway is a maelstrom of emotion. Warm, happy, red, loud, ticklish, bright, painful, sweet, chilly, cold, fun, sad, white, black, spicy, salty, painful, itchy, dark, scary. Oh, God damn it. Me trying to click on the chat and going, and the things underneath it, the help bubbles stopping me from doing it. I'm like, no, stop. Quick ball needs to be used fast. Stop.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
It's all good.
I'm starting to wonder if I should get rid of the Pokemon Community game bot because it's distracting me a lot.
It's all up to you.
I'm not going to get rid of it, but like, this happens sometimes. Countless sensations blow past, stimulating my own emotions as they come in contact with me. It happens too quickly to put a name to each of them individually. If I don't stay focused, I could be easily swept away by the flood of emotions. I can't afford to let that happen. I can't afford to let go of the one thing I have left. The one thing that truly matters. Iria. I turn my thoughts to her, bracing my soul against the deluge of emotions.
This is Son.
Konsu calls from outside the highway. How did it go?
Etika's calling you from the fortress.
Zone, I'm sorry.
Ethica's voice is transmitted directly into my head.
The smart material swallowed Iria. I couldn't reach her in time. She's...
Ethica can't finish that sentence. Instead, she sends me visual data. I touch it with my fingertips and feel everything that happened. The prismatic flow of the highway suddenly picks up in speed. My vision flickers wildly, and it feels like my consciousness is being throttled around. This must be because of my surprise, or perhaps my sorrow, or my anger. I think of Iria. Within the highway, where thoughts and feelings reign supreme, what matters most is the sheer strength of one's emotion. Vividly, intensely, I recall everything about her. Her small body, her evocative eyes, her fair lips and cheerful smile, her disproportionately large breasts. Ogyo Iria, my special someone. I mean, to be fair, there's no way he couldn't mention them.
I was about to say, because I was like, her huge breasts.
They're so big for her frame. Every day, I regret not getting the special physical edition of this that came with an Iria plushie.
Oh yeah, you would have had definitely a couple of pillows there.
Oh no. The plushie doesn't have those.
That's just cool. That's
just
cool.
But I just like the game so much that I'm mad that that's like the one physical release of a Nitro Plus game that I don't have.
Well, I'm not disappointed.
Because I got the Muramasa one that came with a happy coat and came in a bamboo box.
But if I buy a replica of a character with huge ass boobs, I want it to have huge ass boobs. I'm just saying.
I can't even imagine like this, like a small cute plushie and then huge
Pillows.
Billy.
Pillows.
Pillows.
That would have been great.
It's extra pillows and a plushie.
Right? Extra softness. You're gonna have a plushie, have softness.
Genius.
Right?
The worst part is that, like, after that physical edition came out, I can't find a single one of those plushies for sale anywhere. They're just gone.
Pillows on them. Oh, that's so sad.
Should have had bigger boots. I like when they were showing it right next to Subcon, and I'm like, dang, she looks huge next to
I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna post this for you guys here, so you can see what I'm mad about not grabbing.
Ha! You get to see it and you can't. Viewers. Oh, see, no, see, they made
The Hokyo Iria plush
That's
that
not
says,
accurate.
Yeah, I know. But it's saying also available for sale separately, and I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't.
That's so flat. That's a lie. Now I like the helmet. The helmet looks cool. Yeah. I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, the helmet's only a poster.
I know, but I'd rather have that than the plushie without the assets. You've been cute.
The stickers are also really good. But yeah, no. Meanwhile, the Japanese collector's edition came with a replica re-eliminator. Alright, anyway. Iria's still alive.
Huh? But Iria, she...
I can sense her. Only very, very faintly, but I can. The very sensation of Iria. Her scent, her voice, the particles composing her. I know she's there. The highway is an index of data. A vast amount of information is accumulated on the mesh network. Any attempt to sift through it all would only end in drowning in this vast sea of information. To access a given piece of information quickly, one must rely on intuition. Just as countless subconscious calculations form the basis for our own thoughts and actions, the mesh network is predicated on constant, rapid information processing performed at a subconscious level. In that sense, the highway acts as an X-brain for the mesh network, in that it allows you to skip the search process and jump directly to the results you desire. I pull the information I need from the vast, churning sea of the mesh network. This sets off a chain reaction, gathering related information from all across the highway. Some of it is fragmented, some of it is password protected, but it all has a place. It all comes together. I'm able to intuit a narrative of sorts. The living city that is the Tokyo Megaflow, and substance concept trapped within its core. The act of necromancy which Milgram conducted on the living city. Iria returning to the fortress to save Subcon. and Amachi Juichiro's goal. Ayuka? Juichiro.
Juichiro planned to emerge. Juichiro planned to emerge with Subcon.
And he was likely rejected. Has Subcon lost her patience with mankind? Have we sent her into despair? That much I can't tell. But she would never kill Iria. Everything connects. I integrate all the information into one. It forms a thread, stretching through time and space, across planes imperceptible to humans. A long, thin, and yet sturdy thread. It will lead me to Iria. How did Tokitaka call it again? The red string of fate? I'll conceptualize it as that. That which binds us. The invisible connection which transcends all obstacles. Holding tight onto it, I accelerate further.
Don't.
An electric jolt surges through my mind, a warning from my X-brain.
If you go too far, you won't be able to make it back.
I know that. Right now, my brain is linked to the highway. And the more dependent my mind grows on the highway, the more the core of my consciousness becomes incapable of remaining in my body. In exchange for the ability to process all data instantaneously, I'll lose myself. Am I okay with that?
I'm sorry.
Forget it! Just get inside!
All I've done is hurt everyone. Maybe best if I just disappear.
Iria!
Ethica's hollow glasses recorded Iria jumping from the roof of the Strider. Her hand failed to reach Iria, but perhaps mine can. If it requires casting aside everything that I am, everything that remains, then so be it. I've made my peace. Konsu, thank you for everything.
Don't.
I can sense her bowing her head.
Please save Iria.
I promise. My response is firm. I'll get Iria back. This is the highway. Here, will is power. Putting it into words reinforces my will. I grow ever faster. My will spills forth from my X-brain, taking root in the mesh network. My body expands. No more limits. I pull on the thread, bringing myself ever closer to Iria. This is my will. This is my reason to live. Iria jumps off the Strider. The black wave swallows her. A soft sensation envelops her body. The smart material clings to her every contour. It covers her hair and creeps inside her clothes. It fills her throat and lungs, but she does not cough. There is no fear, only relief. Iria's consciousness sinks into a pleasant darkness. And she finds herself there once again. Moonlight. Moonlight? That should be midnight, right?
I believe so.
Midnight shores, The place she once so yearned to visit. How many times has she viewed this scenery?
Subcon, are you there?
A section of Midnight Shores flickers and sways. From there, Subcon appears, space warping around her. She says nothing. She simply stands at Iria's side. For now, just that is enough.
I'm so sorry I exposed you to danger. But don't worry. I'm done. Done with everything. I won't hurt you or anyone else ever again.
It's safe here. She won't have to interact with anyone. She can simply gaze at the midnight shores silently, forever. Solitude has long been her companion. It will be no different from when she was held in the fortress. Subcon, too, will ask nothing of Iria. All she will do is quietly fade away. Suddenly, a faint violet light flashes out on the sea. That's the direction Tokyo is in.
Oh, they're terrible things. They should all go away.
The days she spent with Soun and the others were truly fulfilling. She saw so many things, touched so many new things, tried so many new things. Ryoko's cooking was delicious. Just having the opportunity to eat it was something she wouldn't trade for anything in the world. But all of this came with a price. Because Iria ran away from the fortress, Soun, Ethica, Ryoko, they all had to die. It's too much to bear. How can she go on knowing that? Why then does she still feel a tug? It is weak but impossible to ignore. It's as if someone's standing right next to her, gazing down at her face. She can feel herself being pulled toward them by a red string tied around her pinky finger.
Why?
Hope inevitably leads only to despair. She knows that all too well.
Why are you doing this? A red string and everything. This is way too romantic for you.
Iria's resolve begins to crumble. She collapses on the shore.
Leave me alone. I don't want anything anymore.
Try that again.
Yeah. Leave me alone. I don't need anything anymore. I don't deserve anything. I'm not worthy anything.
Try that again.
Oh. I'm not worth anything.
A hand grips Iria's shoulder. It belongs to Subcon, as expressionless as ever. The space around Subcon begins to warp and distort. Before Iria can say another word, she's gone.
Uh-oh.
No.
Iria's still alive.
Huh? It's like I've had a bucket of cold water dumped on me. Iria was consumed by that black wave. No, she willingly threw herself into it. I wasn't able to stop her. It took everything I had just to explain things to Sohn. I could barely keep it together. So how can he?
I promise. I'll get Iria back.
I thought you were supposed to be a machine. What basis does he have for saying she's still alive? How does he plan to find her if she is? It doesn't matter. Sohn said he'll get her back. His heart ain't dead yet. So maybe mine's got some life in it too. As we speed away on the freeway, the black wave gives up chasing us. None of us say a word. A reunion and a loss. Relief and regrets. Everything intermingles in a thick, impenetrable fog. Have I just lost whatever I need to see through it? Either way, the silence is unbearable. The dusky red mass that has consumed the fortress is visible through the window, writhing menacingly. What is that thing? My ex-brain tells me it's a variant of smart material. It looks much larger, more voluminous. Bleh. More
Voluminous.
Yeah. Yeah. More voluminous than I remember it being moments ago. Is it self-propagating? Perhaps it truly has consumed the fortress. I've got a bad feeling about this. And well, you know. Let's set that aside for now. We're traveling along the Shudo Expressway. A number of cars can be seen stopped up ahead of us. Some of them are military police riders. They're blocking the entire road. Kiri starts to slow down.
皆さん、ご覧ください。
Oh, jeez. Again, me forgetting. Subcon should have her own voice thing.
She should.
Everyone, look out! Look!
Echo's still on.
Oh, my bad. Everyone, look! The fortress walls are on the verge of crumbling as we speak.
Keep your distance.
I know you're not deaf.
News crews try to push their way in, while Cosmo and Meatstamen struggle to hold them back. Kiri probably told them to be here ahead of time. The situation is a bit too urgent to waste time going through official channels.
Can you tell us what's happening? Wait, is that the news reporter?
I think so.
Probably.
Can Momo take her?
Momo's already.
I can do.
Okay.
It's fine.
Anything,
Alright,
I'll take her.
Because I know you're doing stuff.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Oh yeah, Crystal's got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
currently under investigation. You're not allowed to proceed past this point.
This is media suppression! We have a right to know!
Is knowing what's going on more important than your lives?
As they argue, a loud noise echoes from behind us. The dusky red magma loses itself from the remains of the fortress. Smart material spills forth. But the blob doesn't simply disperse. It washes over the asphalt of the expressway, headed straight for us.
And with that, we're going to call it.
We're going to die.
You did it. You're doing it again.
Next
Are you
episode.
serious? Are you
Me when the
serious right now?
Cliffhanger again?
The cliffhanger again. Really?
Unfortunately,
We're
this
so
time it's going to be
disappointed in
really
you.
torturous because we aren't going to be able to do
Yes.
this for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what's going on, man? Why are you doing this to me? This is like watching Solo Leveling and having to wait for a damn episode.
But you are looking forward to it.
Yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna be gone like in 2 months from now.
Oh, boy.
Gone in what
Oh.
way?
I'm going to be at a convention on Sunday, the 22nd of June.
Ooh,
Okay.
Ooh.
That is significantly less
We
ominous.
love
What kind of
convention.
Like, what kind of convention?
A VTuber convention.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Where is it?
It's in San Jose, San Francisco.
Okay, never mind.
Dokai.
That's the other side of the country for me. I can't go.
Yeah, you're supposed to put in your piece right now. You're supposed to be like, come visit me at this place and show up and get a photo with me and all that.
I mean, it's not like I'm one of the VTubers on display there. I'm just going there as a fan.
Oh,
Fair
well,
enough.
I mean, you technically
You're
a VTuber
undercover then.
too. Yeah, right? See, Momo gets it.
Literally, I'm gonna be going there wearing a mask.
Undercover.
Already a celebrity. Yeah, already a celebrity.
Nah, it's just to cover up my social anxiety because I never go to public spaces like that. In fact, this is the first convention I'll ever be going to.
Ah.
Oh, you
Ooh.
get to test your ability,
You can do
your
it.
patience.
You can do it.
Conventions
we
are
believe
fun.
in you.
Just make sure you're able to
been
be on your
practicing with
feet
us.
for a long time.
Oh,
And drink
I
a lot
mean,
of water.
I've been walking 5.5 miles a day to practice.
You've been doing great with us, man. I think you'll do great. You're fine.
You'll be fine. You'll
There's a
live.
difference between sitting at my desk and being on a call, and
And-
being in this public space surrounded by lots of people in a crowded space. Ugh.
Just use your imagination.
Right.
No, I
You'll
feel
be
you. really feel you. But you can do it.
I'll just,
Yeah.
I just imagine they're all
believe in you.
naked, and then I realize I see a lot of VTubers basically naked anyways.
Well, hey, just because the library isn't meeting for Tokyo Necro for the next 2 weeks doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to continue Killer 7 on the Mondays.
Fair
I
enough.
work on Monday.
I just hope that I'm able to get the energy together to actually do it, because I've been saying
I
that
can
I'll do that for a while and just haven't.
You made
I
it a
feel
couple
that.
times.
I made it once.
Who's counting?
Small progress, it counts.
Yeah.
No.
It's
huh?
Who's
nothing.
counting though?
There's always time for fun. It's Monday night.
Let's dance. I showed you guys the hoodie, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna send all you guys over to a friend that I met through Four Tunas in a Trench Coat, named Fusilli Paganini, who is currently playing Out of Hands. So, go wish Fu well. And until next time, everybody, may your stories
Forever
grow ever more interesting. Farewell!
Bye bye, Pyong Pyong.
I'm with Momo. Pyong pyong.
Pyong Pyong.
I don't have my own exit. It's okay.
It's all good.